Alright, in this video we are going to learn how to make this awesome Facebook banner in Canva. Alright, welcome everybody. So the first thing we're going to do is to create a new design. So I'm just going to come here. This is the folder, and that's the reason why it's looking like this. If you create a folder, you can also create a design in your folder. So I'm going to come here and say create design, and I'm going to say create new, and right here I'm going to type Facebook banner. Okay, Facebook banner. Most times you can see it as cover, so we have two. Okay, I want to show you the two. I want to click on the two. We have this one that is 851 times by 3115. Okay, 315. Then we have this one. I would suggest I want to show you both of them so that you can know what I'm talking about. The one you're going to use is this one that is wider. Okay, this one, don't use this one. Okay, so let's go back and let me go back to my home page, and let's create a new design. I'm going to pick the second one, create new. Okay, create new design. I'm going to type it again, Facebook banner, Facebook banner. You can see it as cover, so I'm going to pick this one and you see the difference. Okay, so we have both of them here now, right? So we have this one that is wide, are you seeing it? And we have this one that is this one is wider. Why is one kind of brief? Okay, I'll suggest use this one because this one works on both mobile and your computer. Okay, it's going to fit perfectly well, but if you use this, it's going to be difficult for you to show well on your smartphone and on your computer. This one works more computer, like your big desktop, but this one work way better for every device. So use this one. So what's the size for this one? In order to know the size, just come, let me switch to this view. I like working my view like this, so I can just click on this, and the size is 851 times 3115. Okay, this is the size. Okay, and I'm going to bring in our element. The element is in your folder. I've already shared with you. So these are the elements. So I'm going to Ctrl C. I'm going to come here and Ctrl V. So it's going to paste it. So all we have now is this. So first thing we're going to do now is to change our background to black. Okay, and I'm going to bring in this guy. Okay, in case you're looking for images like this, you can just search through your Canva library. Let me show you the name. Design info. We have the header of statue, David sculpture. You can search this word, you're going to find it. So I'm going to remove the background. While the background is removing, I'm going to bring other elements into the design. I'm going to pull this one here. I'm going to drag this one here. I want the design to be as fast as I can. And before we move further, there are some guidelines that you need to take note of. I'm going to press Ctrl arrow, Shift arrow on my keyboard. It's going to bring my guide. So what I will suggest is here, make sure that your safe zone should be about 30. Okay, 30 or 35, 36 thereabout. Okay, that's your safe zone. Then for this one, it should be about 50, 55, and something 55ish. Okay, then now that you have the top and the bottom, you can just use your shape to measure the other part, because sometimes this part can't really give you. I don't know if you saw it while I was dragging this. You see that there was this number here. That was what I was looking at. See, so that's how I knew it was 30 something, 35. And then when I was dragging this, you can see it right here. Okay, that's what I mean. So but if you're measuring the bottom, it's going to be difficult for you to calculate. So what I suggest you do is to bring in a shape. I'm going to hit arrow on my keyboard. It's going to bring in a shape. So I'm going to use this one as measurement. So I'm going to put this one at the top. I'm going to alt drag it to make a measurement at the bottom. So I'm going to alt drag it again and resize it to get the size of this one. And I'm going to alt drag it and place it here. So I'm going to bring in a guide now to measure this. I'm going to bring in a guide to measure this. Now this is the safe zone. Everything you're putting on your design should be in this box. So I'm going to delete this other thing. Everything should be in this box, unless it's not going to be visible. Facebook is going to chop it out, and it's just going to be in the background. All right, so now that we have this, we're gonna, okay, we're done with that. What do we have here? Okay, we have nothing. Then this one and this one. Okay, I'm just going to bring in this now so that we know we are done with some of all these elements. So I'm going to scale this one down, and I'm just going to position it. These are like design elements. These are not the main stuff. So I'm going to bring in my text, hit T on my keyboard. I'm going to type the word gravid. okay, because the brief says we should put business name or something. I can't even type my name correctly. Gravid. So I'm going to use Poppins for this one, which is a very cool font to use. It's one of my favorite. And I'm going to make it italics, and I'm going to work with the spacing. Just make it a little bit, okay? So now that we have Gravid, I'm going to put it somewhere here. I'm going to make a duplicate. I'm going to say design, okay? Design. Okay, this one, I'm going to make this one bold, okay? And make it about, let me see, around 55-ish. And this one can remain like this, okay? We're going to use a gradient on the text. Oh, I just added a plus. I'm going to use this gradient, okay? Or should I use this gradient? I don't know. Maybe I should use this one, or maybe this one. Okay, I'm going to use that one. Then I want to switch it because I'm thinking here. Okay, I want to switch it this way. Let me see. I think this is better. Okay. So I'm going to apply the same thing. So I'm going to come here and just apply the same thing, because since we've used it before, it's just going to be there. So what this element is going to do is going to give us that drop shadow effect that we saw in the beginning. So we're going to position this one here, and we're going to send this one to the back. Okay, let's go to here, and drag it behind the word Gravid, and drag design behind this one. So we have this shadow on top of this design. So so we can select that shape and make sure it's big enough and it's spanning across our design. So now what we have is this, okay? So we're able to achieve that effect, okay? So we're going to take this and we're going to type at its best, at its best, and we're going to change this one to white, okay? And we're going to position this one here. Okay, there are some design elements that are not in this place, so I'm going to bring them now into the design. So what we have now is this, and I'm just going to copy the text and bring it in. Okay, just give me a second. All right, we have our text here now, so I'm going to copy this, Ctrl C, and I'm going to come to my design here, and I'm going to scale this one real down, and I'm going to paste it in. Okay, we have our text. I'm going to give it some bullet points, and I'm going to remove this last part. Okay, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, and we're going to add in some of our logo down here. So what we can do is to search for the Canva logo. Okay, Canva. Okay, and we're going to bring it in here. I'm going to scale it down. Okay, and also we have these other icons that we're supposed to use. This one, which is the Heygen logo. Okay, I'm gonna bring it in here too. Then we're gonna also bring in these things are on my machine. I'm going to bring them in. So we're gonna bring this one in. They are all in this source file for you to practice. So I'm just gonna make sure they are aligned. Okay, and we have this. Okay, I'm gonna align it to this part, then align this one. I'm gonna round off this one's edges, this affinity logo edges. I'm gonna position this one here. So now that we have this, let's scale this one a little bit. Feels too small. Then this one too feels too small for me. Okay, I'm gonna add our handle. So I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm alt dragging, but you can use this plus icon to duplicate. So I'm gonna come here. Let's position this one here. One thing is we're going to also, let me duplicate this because I'm noticing something like this just to beautify it. Then we have this one. I'm going to type Gravid Design, which is my handle actually. Gravid, oh, that's caps. Gravid dot design. Okay, this is my handle almost everywhere, apart from platform that doesn't allow me to use this dot. Okay, I'm gonna bring in YouTube logo, because YouTube and Instagram is what I'm trying to. Now when you bring in a shape like this and it's black, you can come here and change the color. They always give you variation, and just change the color and you'll be good to go. Okay, I'm gonna put this. I'm going to also search for Instagram logo. Okay, Instagram. That's misspelled. Let me see. Oh, it was able to give it to me, but I spelled it wrongly. Nice. I'm gonna position this one here. Okay, I would like to use a divider to divide that. So what I can do now is to bring in a line. I'm going to hit L on my keyboard. It's going to bring a line, and I'm going to scale this one down. Okay, and I'm going to rotate it. Okay, 90-degree, and bring it down. Then I'm going to bring down this to, let's say, 1-ish. Okay, and just use it as a divider to separate the icons from the text. Okay, the reason why I'm positioning this one in the center is because when I posted this design, I discovered that okay, this is the best place for the viewers to actually still see the handle. Okay, if you go to my Facebook page now, you're going to see this called Swila Shipping Number on Facebook. Okay, but if you search graphic design, you're still going to see it. Okay, so I think the last thing we're going to do now is to bring in a circle. See, and this circle, we're going to remove the color. Then for the line, we're going to make it let's make it 200, not 2000. Okay, and for the color, we're going to use this the same. This one, I doubt. Unfortunately, I can't see my shape. Let me see. Maybe it's somewhere that I can't find it. It's right here, but it's not visible. I don't know why. Okay, let's give it a color first. Let's see. Then let's give it. Okay, let's make it big first. Then let's remove the color now. Okay, now we have it. I don't know why that happened, but it happened. So for this one, I think we're gonna use a different. Oh, what you said. Let's just drop the opacity. Drop it, and we're gonna position this one here. We're gonna make a duplicate of it, and we're gonna put it somewhere. We're gonna increase the opacity of this one. Opacity, so it falls across. Okay. So now what we have is this, and the other thing is we're gonna increase this image. It seems not to be giving that vibe. I'm using this image because it's mainly associated sometimes with tech and all that. So we're just gonna leave this like this. So I'm gonna position this one, make it a little bit big. I'm gonna close this spacing. Seem not to be great. Okay. All right. So let me remove my guide. So we're able to make this techie vibey for my own brand. All right, so we're able to make this for my own brand, so you can make for yourself and make for any business according to this brief. And that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.